What is up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with my own review of Marriage and Medicine. Forgive me, it's late. So we are back with Toya calling out Anila and Zaina that she slept with somebody in the neighborhood. And she's like, who said it? Which one of y'all said it? You're not going to say nothing? All right, I'm going to leave. Because I'm not about to go back and forth with females who don't keep it a buck. Which I'm not about to do, okay? So Anila said she heard about the rumor, but don't know where it came from. Somebody came into their circle, told the group the rumor, but never said where it came from. Anila, I believe you know where it came from. So Toya is going around telling Eugene, Anila's mom, and everybody about the rumor. And he's like, what? Yeah. So she walks up and says, you brought it up, right? Right? Okay. So then she also tells Eugene about Audra. Audra talking about how they never made millions of dollars on real estate. And I don't know what Audra was doing, but I think she was seeking out another opportunity to approach Toya. So she said, I'm a real estate attorney and we didn't hire you, bitch. Audra said, you don't hire one. Okay, I did hire one. That's what I did. Yes, and this and that. And it was $2,500 and I buy homes in Detroit. And a lot of back and forth, numbers are being said, words, and I couldn't catch what they were saying. And then we see Audra bucking her chest, shaking her head like a rabid dog in Toya's face, and she calls her a bitch, and Toya mushed her to the point where Audra didn't know what to do, and she tried to swing back, but didn't land. None of the punches that Audra did connected. I don't know if she punched a security guard, punched Eugene, but I heard the sound of a punch, but it didn't land on Toya. It didn't. And Toya said, you only get one. Don't get in my face. You only get one. So Martin is trying to get control of Audra. He's saying, let's go. Toya said, don't push me if you don't want to get pushed back, okay? That's it. So then we got Quad's aunt saying, she made this all by herself. We don't need to do this. Respect her house. She said, we know. So Quad wants to know what happened. What happened? Eugene is telling Quad exactly what happened. She pressed up against Toya. When somebody's in your face so much and you trying to react, what do? You back up off you. Then she's telling Anila what happened. And then when she said she got mushed, Anila said she swung and started. Yep. So Anila said she dodged a bullet of having that energy towards her because she was coming at her and it went to Audra instead. I said, no, Anila, no. Audra wanted that smoke from Toya with the whole real estate information, and you butted in a conversation that had nothing to do with you. So you got that smoke after that, and then the rumor still has your name written all over it, so you can miss me. And hearing the rumor is dangerous towards someone's marriage. Contessa was like, how long have you and Eugene been married? Girl, 13 years, going on 14. Don't let ruin your marriage. No, I'm not. My husband knows. Like, when am I to let this go on? This is stupid. Toya said, I think I handled myself well. I mean, I don't know how else anybody's supposed to handle themselves when somebody's bumping their chest against them. How am I supposed to act all poised and ladylike when? That goes out the window. See, when I get angry, all that training goes out the window. Okay? Um, it, it just gave me all the way back to Mariah and Toya. Nah, bitch. I will motherfucking. Oh my God, those were the days. And I love Toya since then. Okay? And Simone wishes that this would have been avoided had she removed Toya 15 minutes earlier. Hilarious. So next we got Anila. Anila invites Audra Heavenly over to talk about what happened, right? And Heavenly was like, what did y'all do last night? It was a lot. And Audra say, it's always something when we're together, okay? Yes. We're going to be honest. Toya definitely kept picking at Audra. The joke about the bad attorney and now the clothes. But she didn't come at you at the holiday party based off of what we see. You started with her. And then, Anila coming and saying, yeah, she's always talking about how somebody's this, somebody dressing like this. She needs to be the one who needs to be on a budget when she's talking about somebody else. I want Anila to have the same energy to Toya. Tell it to her face that she needs to worry about herself being on a budget if she's clocking somebody else's outfit. I want you to have that same energy, Anila, because you seem to be a professional, a confessional gangster. and you tend to buck up to around other females, but never towards Toya. And all the information that Audra said about Toya was public information. Yes, we could easily find it, but I still felt like it was unprofessional of someone of your stature. You are a real estate attorney. I don't think it was professional of you to read off somebody else's profits or lack of profits as a read. The way you tried to do it, it didn't land. And if it's public information, why care? We all know. So we can move on from that. Now, Anila wants to place the blame on Heavenly that she started the drama. She said, "No, I did. I didn't start it." And I'm like, Anila, no, let's start from the beginning. While Heavenly definitely wanted Toya to react to that rumor, you were the one who decided to bring your friend along who have said the rumor as well. Now she wants to lie and say that Quad knew her, Quad wanted her to come. I'm like, you need a ride. That's all it was. So she came for some holiday cheer? No. And Heavenly wanted Toya to know she could squash it. You already know how Toya is, Heavenly. Well, I do feel like you might have wanted to put her up on game, but another part of me feels as though you wanted her to look like a fool. You wanted her to act like a fool. And all of y'all are so used to seeing Toya act like this, y'all wanted her to do it. Because I'm still seeing that Anila is acting on revenge on Toya based off of how she treated her last season. The U-Haul, the what else? It was the U-Haul. It's now the rumor. It's something else that I'm seeing Anila doing that's showing me she really doesn't want to move forward in the friendship with Toya right now. So Toya meets with Contessa and Simone. They go through a play-by-play about what happened at dinner. Like, did she hit you or did she connect? No. She was bumping her chest at me. She got into my space, which was disrespectful. I had to get her off me. Now, Toya said I mushed her off me. Simone said she punched her. No, she didn't push her. A mush is a mush. A mush, a slap, and a punch. 3 different movements to invoke pain. A mush is like what Tammy did to Mika, whatever her name was, Claxton. Like, VA'd her. And a slap, like, come on, Simone. There are multiple ways of getting somebody off you before you land a punch. And a mush was right in that space, like right there. So it all started because Heavenly told her about a rumor that she was sleeping with somebody in the neighborhood. Now, Contessa said usually when someone says you heard a rumor, you end up being the person who spreads the rumor. Could be true, Contessa, but Heavenly said she was on the phone with Quad and Anila, and Zaina's name popped up, and it was about Toya. So, while Heavenly definitely engaged in the mess, she wasn't the cause of it. No, she was not the cause at all. So, how was Eugene doing? She said, listen, me and Eugene have it locked. If we talk, there's no need to cheat. And if it can't be fixed, we will be best friends. And I feel like I can believe that. I can definitely believe that, but I don't see them at any point in time divorcing. And he even said it. If I was insecure in my marriage, divorce would be the first thing. But I'm not crazy, and I'm happy where I'm at. Y'all heard it from him. He is happy being with Toya. Despite how Toya embarrassed him, despite what Toya says of what we've seen her do, he still loves her. Like, I feel like Eugene has to defend himself more because people automatically assume that Eugene has no mind of his own, no spine. And she looks at her husband as a trustworthy, confident person, and she understands from his perspective this can be hurtful because a rumor like this can hurt a marriage. Like, I don't see what Toya did to any one of y'all for y'all to say she slept with somebody in the neighborhood. So, when it came down to the rumor about her sleeping with somebody, Toya thought it was Quad. Earlier in the season, Heavenly and Anila were having a conversation about a rumor that she sleep with married men, and Heavenly always says it. Contessa was like, wait, there's a rumor too? What? Simone, yeah, she slept with one of her contractors. I was like, wow, Simone, for real? And of course, Toya makes a joke. And right now, it's just kind of like, oh, Lord, here we go. And this is what Quad will be addressing to Heavenly at the reunion. But what I found funny was Quad, you want to address Heavenly for making that false statement that you sleep with married men, but you can engage in a conversation about a rumor by Toya? That's not fair. How are we supposed to be understanding of how you feel about a rumor that's not true, but you can be all laughing and giggling about a rumor by Toya? Sure. And it was just a small collaboration of all the doctors, all the men, doctors, talking to their patient. You know, Dr. Scott had a patient who needed a knee surgery, Kieran giving some Botox to another man, Dr. Damon talking about a shoulder injury, and you know, with being a male doctor and a doctor of any career, it's not just about knowing your medication and knowing your credentials. It's all about the care you have with your patient and the conversations. Knowing Heavenly, she gotta buck up him every time. Like, he does everything for me. He treats me right. We have sex every night. I mean, I got what everybody want, a good man. And I'm like, Heavenly, I think Dr. Damon gets just a tad bit embarrassed when you constantly brag about the relationship. I mean, he ain't got no problem with you showing your love and everything, but when you get detailed, he gets embarrassed. You might want to stop that. Anila, she is washing her own dishes because her mother is being lazy, being nasty, not picking up after her, and she never thought that she would have to talk to her mom about needing help because she thought she would just do it. But no, because you want her to help you cook, clean, and watch your children while you blog all day. But your mama don't want to do that. Your mama's lazy and nasty, leaving unopened jelly jars, dishes, crayons, trash all over the place. And I'm just like, I wouldn't do this. This ain't gonna work for me. And your mom does have a point that she is teaching your children to clean up after themselves because they are at that age where they should clean up after themselves. And your mom said she ain't got no time to clean. And she figured it would be an added help, but no, it wouldn't. So her mom isn't used to being there because Anila expected her mom to clean up like Miss Gomez. So Anila's mom gets petty, starts putting over her sorry, say, would you like me to clean for you, mom? Clean up like this, clean up like this. She did not expect for her mom to be hovering over her all the time. Again, I'm a grown woman. I got kids. I got a husband. But you make me feel like I'm 5. I need you to treat me like an adult and give me space. You're not giving me space. Hearing her moping and crying about how you didn't do this right. Look, I want to go home. I've been wanting to go home. Take me back to Savannah, Georgia, please. Mama Anila, go home. Go home, go home, go home. Because it annoyed me when Anila first came down, seeing her kitchen a mess, and she did not think to clean it up herself. I'm like, girl, clean your own kitchen. You don't know how your kitchen works. You don't know how to wash the dishes, the dishwasher. So Anila expected for her mom to clean up after her like Miss Gomez. No. No, no, no. You cannot expect for your mom, who've already raised her kids, clean all that she clean. She ain't doing that for you. She ain't. And you automatically doing it? No. And you already getting that her helicopter mom feel? No, not gonna work. Anila, I've already said it once, I'm gonna say it again. Clean up after your own damn house, okay? And if you don't want to do it, hire a maid and separate hire a nanny. You cannot expect for somebody to do it all at once and partake in learning, partake in raising your children. No, not gonna work. Moving on. Contestants meeting up with her personal trainer so she can check out her results, and they also hired a posing coach that can help her pose with doing bodybuilding, and you have to learn how to pose the right way. Why does Contessa look like she can't walk in heels? It was so cringeworthy to see her walk in heels. I didn't like that, but Contessa's body is fabulous. It is amazing. That is my goal. I love her arms, her physique. I want it all. It's giving me goals, okay? But of course, she hasn't really been in the pageant world for a while, so she's a little rusty, but they give her an 8 out of 10. But she still got some work to do, and it was nice to see. Quad. Quad is now having a birthday celebration for her late brother, her nephew Mason, her mom, and Mace's mom arrives. Now, when Mace's moms arrived, I didn't see a loving energy. I was like, hey, mom, hey, son. I don't know what's up with that. But it was nice. They had food, probably her brother's favorite meal. And then they go outside and light up lanterns in honor of him. And it was a really nice moment. Of course, her brother did pass away very young, and just looking how he was. You know, when it flashes back to him coming to the kitchen with Lil Mason when he had that head full of hair, I'm like, wow, dang. And just the prayers that they sent when all the lanterns were going up. Please watch over me and my mom and my aunt. We love you in Jesus' name. I was like, oh. And yes, she said losing my brother was very difficult, but the memories will always be there. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. It takes time, you know. But I like that scene. I did. Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie is interviewing another resident doctor because she is growing her empire. But she wants to slow down her schedule so she can now be there for Curtis, be with Curtis all the time because he's always saying she work too much, you work too much. She can see now. So she wants to be able to trust that her business is in good hands when she's not there 24/7. Um, so we got Dr. I don't think I got her name, but she's an OBGYN. She is a newly mom, a 1 year old, a wife, and just interviewing her. How does she handle conflict? What's your weakness? How you find balance? And it's all about learning and learning that it takes time. You have to figure it out. So right now she is, thinking about hiring her on, which will be a good addition. And I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Anila. Anila stops by Karen's office to get fillers in because she's been stressed out. Having her mother home has aged her about 10 years. So right now, so happy that she has a doctor on standby. Her husband gave her a little bit of boop, boop, boop when she wants it. And right now, they need to figure out a way to get her mom out the house. And Kieran don't need to tell him twice. He already knew that. He knew this was going to be a bad idea from the start. He wanted to wait until you see it for yourself, and now you see. So, thanks, Mom. We got it. But right now, we just need to figure out how we're going to get her out and get Miss Gomez back. You not, your guy, let me, Kieran, Anila, you guys are not going to get Miss Gomez back. Miss Gomez left for good. She's not coming back. She is now being a grandmother to her own children. What you guys need to do is find a nanny, find a maid. Also, take time to be with your kids. Like, y'all are definitely looking for ways for you to not be mothers and fathers of your children. That's what's coming out to me. And I don't like it. It's not looking good on camera. Like, it's not saying you guys are bad parents, but you guys are just showcasing you don't want to be with your children. You want to just fend them off as somebody else. You want somebody to take over everything. Take over cooking, cleaning, raising, learning. No. No, no, no. And Anika, you are a blogger, which means you have flexible hours. You have all the time in the world to get your content out. You don't have a set schedule. So I don't know why it's so hard for you to carve out a time where you can get blogging done, help your kids out with your homework, get dinner ready, do this and do that. I don't understand the problem. Like it's not really making sense to me. Okay? But y'all not gonna get Miss Gomez back. She left for good. Y'all need to keep it a buck with yourselves. She ain't coming back. So after the end of the episode, we also found out about Anila's robbery. And valuable items were stolen, passed down from generations. Her wedding ring, clothes, jewelry. And she wrote a whole paragraph about how I'm in a gated community, we're fine, but this was a planned attack. And then she put hashtag accountability. So it was kind of like, wait a minute, what? First of all, the robbery itself is scary. What if her kids were home? What if her husband was home having to defend for his family? Somebody could have gotten hurt. Right. So right now, it's painted as it could have been an inside job. Does she have any enemies? Who knows, right? So Eugene was talking to Toya about it's scary, because how is it that you pass all of these homes and you target her house? Somebody could have been watching her. Who? Who could have been watching her? So Quad is on the phone with Heavenly talking about it, how she's in distraught. She is just losing her mind. She's crying. She's just bawling. She's broken, right? And Quan makes a statement accusing Toya that it could have been an inside job, because how can the security guard not know who was invited in? It's a gated community. The security guard has to let somebody in. So she accused Toya. I'm like, what are you doing, Quan? So she make it as if because of the fight that happened at her house, 2 days later, her house gets robbed. Then wants to say in this friend group, when somebody doesn't get their way or they don't like what you say, it's repercussions. So you think that because her and Toya have a disagreement, that Toya set out for Anila to get robbed? That's a very low and very bold accusation of you to say, Quad. What proof do you have of that? What proof? You can't connect with the fight to her getting robbed. It could be because Anila posts about her life on Instagram. The same thing happened to Beverly Hills. The same thing's happened to a lot of people. When they post about how much they spend, post about their house, give inside look of their house, it can target them to be robbed. There's a whole lot of factors at play that how Anila's house could have been robbed. We can't just blame it on Toya. I don't think Toya has that in her or does care enough for her to set out Anila. To be honest, what did Toya do to Anila this season? Absolutely nothing. She did nothing to Anila this season. It's been Anila messing with Toya. So you better be careful, Quad, because the way that you said it and the way that the production aired it for us to think that you are accusing Toya of setting Anila up to get robbed, be careful. I want to know how you're going to defend that, because that's very bold of you to do that, because I don't think that's what Toya would do. No matter if she, can come down on people, be judgmental, I still don't see her doing that, though. But that's pretty much it, though. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for the next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.